This was some footage from 2020 winter time. As you can see, I'm trying to cut some of my spring onions off that I stuck in water so they stay nice and fresh. I guess we had snow this year because from the next 2 to 3 years we didn't, well, it's 2023 now, we didn't get snow. I hope that winter of 2023 has snow because it's so cozy to be able to bake cookies and cook a lot of hearty meals in the house. I hope that I will continue to have people over because it was kind of lonely doing this by myself. I thoroughly enjoyed it, yes, but that's a lot of cookies for one person. I really enjoy looking at New York when the snow is freshly fallen. It just looks so nice, especially I do like some fake flowers. It just livens up New York in the winter when it's all gray. But yeah, these are scenes of Union Square. When I filmed this all, I didn't realize how this was going to be a good time in my life. It's always in hindsight when you realize it's a good chapter because I was able to do all these hobbies and really indulge myself in doing what I wanted to do, which is try out new foods, try out new recipes, and new hobbies. And this was also before I ever got COVID because the year when things were opening up, I got COVID. And then a lot of my journal entries are why I'm so tired and how much sleep I need to be able to function. But this was in the beginning of the pandemic, and I really had so much energy to. I'm tickling my dog. Look how cute he is. I am just like really enjoying all the hobbies that I haven't been able to do since I was so busy working. And I am making a pizza dough crust, and it doesn't look that good because I haven't had good practice doing this in a while. So, yeah. And winters are usually hard for me because I want warmth and sun, and I thrive off of spending a lot of time outdoors. But winter also teaches me that I have to slow down because when I'm outside, I'm going at such a fast pace just to keep up with the city. When I'm inside, I tend to just take it a lot easier, and I realize it's healthy for me because I think I grew up with such a fight or flight response, like always go, go, go. And that's really stressful for the body and the mind. I think it's so tempting to always have something going on because I thrive off of excitement because life is so mundane. But as I'm getting older, I realize that excitement is not as fulfilling as I want it to be. And as I get older, I'm looking for fulfillment rather than excitement. I think the 3 years we were in the pandemic, I did work a lot on my hobbies, and I was a lot more enthusiastic of a person before COVID, but now I think I became a lot more reserved, and I don't need to constantly be with people to feel love. I realize that spending a lot of time with myself is what I need to give myself love and give myself permission to love myself. And a lot of it is just thinking what I want to do that day instead of trying to just go out and do what other people want. And I think, and socially, I like to do what other people do because I do enjoy doing what other people do, but a lot of the times I just thrive off of knowing that I'm making someone happy, and that's not always what makes me happy in the long run, to be honest. And I have to tell myself like what I want is valuable, and maybe it's not constantly being with people who make me tired, and knowing my limits when it comes to social activities, and constantly seeing what I love to do always has the same theme, is going to thrift stores, seeing art, walking outside in the sun with my dog. It's cooking at home, and these are things that I realize I need to be happy. Just did my nails. I still have to clean off the excess, but it's so cute. I've been getting into these. What are these? I have a bag of them, and now here we are. So these are like nail tattoos. I call them like tattoos because it looks like stickers, but you actually dip it in water, and then this piece of paper will soak up the water, and then you will use a Q-tip to pick up these little thin like tattoos, what I say, because it's activated by water. That's why I call it like temporary tattoos, because I thought they were stickers, but it's really easy. Just if you have a tweezer, it'll like just, you know, gently pick it up and then just place it on your nail. And you have to be careful because it doesn't really move once it touches the wet nail polish. So if you want it to move, make sure the layer you have is dry. And yeah, just chilling on a regular weekend day because, you know, the slowing down of the pandemic, it's not actually as torturous as it was in the beginning. Like, I'm getting used to it, and just trying out new hobbies, and this is one of them. Learning how to, you know, frame a picture or a video or lighting. Obviously I'm doing a great job. Like, the set design is impeccable. And yeah, I just have my little dog there, the cutest. And what else? Yeah, I just want to zoom into him. Let's see if we can do that. So cute. Yes, he is a cutie pie. Anyway, you know, being stuck in with family is kind of rough sometimes, especially when your personality clashes with a family member you haven't really interacted with much before the pandemic. And yeah, it just, you know, reminds me how important it is to even speak up for yourself within the family unit, like voice your frustrations, even though for some people like me, voicing my frustrations basically is extremely tiring because I'm reliving the trauma or reliving the unfortunate situation that gave me stress, and then, you know, bringing it up in conversation is so emotionally triggering for me. But it's the only way to relay to the other person that, you know, their behavior is having a negative impact on me. And yeah, it helps them to have sympathy for you and empathy, I guess. But it is exhausting because I'd rather them just see that I'm dealing with a lot and like just be more perceptive. But sometimes people really aren't perceptive. You know, this is why chosen family is sometimes better, because with chosen family, you can choose people who are a lot more similar to you, so you know how to read them because you know they're your kindred spirit. And if they're kindred spirit, it's so much easier to just look at them and know what they're feeling and know what they're going through, and they're so much more easily read. And I love relationships that are like that because, like, I just get them and they get me. And unfortunately with blood family, that's not necessarily the case. And especially with blood family, there will be a lot more friction because of having gone through childhood together and the awkward teenage years. And there obviously are fights and moments in that in like a long-term relationship that can, you know, complicate everyday behaviors, because the behaviors every day can trigger like memories of the previous, or like accumulation of frustration that neither party has gotten over. So yeah, it's like, but obviously counting my blessings, because I still love them and they're healthy. None of us have this COVID, and we're working really hard to not get sick. And counting my blessings because we have a roof over our head and food on the table, and friends and social interaction that, like, I'm not alienated. Like, if I feel like I want to call up a friend, I can call someone. And yeah, just really grateful. And speaking of that, I remembered that I wanted to reach out to some people, so I'm going to do that now. So I hope everyone's doing great, and everyone is enjoying the outdoors as much as safely possible. Um, yeah, have a peaceful day. Bye.